Welcome back to the channel, golfers. In today's video we're going to go through my course vlog of the back 9 holes at the Manor in Drighlington. If you haven't seen the front 9, I'll leave a link to the video in the comments below and in the cards in the top right corner. So just to recap, I did the front 9 in a score of 42, which was 6 over, which I was delighted with, and looking to see if I can replicate the sort of play I played on the front 9 on the back 9 to give me one of my best scores ever. So we're starting on the 10th. This hole's a little bit of a shambles at the moment just because they're working on the left hand side of it, so there's quite a lot of workmen that you can see there on the left hand side. With all this going on, that's what I'm blaming anyway, I've managed to chunk this 4-iron about 80 yards. So what looks an easy par 4 at only being 276 yards, I've now made hard work of it. So 190 yards away, again I'm hitting 4-iron. All I can see in my mind's eye here is the 6 people or so that are working to the left hand side who are not paying attention to the fact I'm playing golf, and I don't want to kill any of them. So I've ended up sending this right. Luckily for me, it caught the tree and sort of died, leaving me a chip in, but it's downhill, very tricky. I tried to let the ball filter onto the green down the hill, but unfortunately it's just rolled off the back. And that means I'm chipping back up towards the pin off the side of the green. I don't put enough on that one, leaving me a very testing bogey putt. I give it a good chance and instead have to tap in and settle for a double bogey. Not the start I was looking for. Not great. Onto a very nice looking par 3 downhill. It's about 220 yards. Hitting 4-iron here, thinking that the elevation will get me to the green, and it probably would have done had I not sliced the hell out of it. So now I'm chipping onto the green with a 50 degree. This doesn't go too badly at all. Tricky putt though. I don't know if you can tell from the video, but there's quite a lot of undulation on this green. And I'm really pleased with how I read that one, leaving me a very easy tap in for a bogey. The 12th is another short par 4. The fairway does sort of filter down to the left though, so there's no real point hitting driver just because of the danger of losing the ball. So I've hit a 4-iron here. Absolute prime location. This looks a somewhat easy chip onto the green. I thought it had gone okay, but he must have taken a bounce off something left. And I've managed to end up in the bunker, and you can see exactly what I think of that. Trying to splash this close then, and I just don't put enough on it. Catch the front edge of the rough, leaving me a tricky putt for par, which never really looked like going in the hole, but the distance meant that I've got an easy tap in for a bogey. Frustrating hole that, because it's a very good chance to get a birdie, I feel. Another par 3 then on the 13th. This one's slightly uphill. It's quite tricky actually because you've got to hit through like a narrow corridor of bushes, which makes it a little bit daunting. I didn't play this very well the last time I played it, but happy with this tee shot. A long putt then for a birdie, and it is slightly downhill, so just trying to get this as close as possible. And that's not too bad. And I'm able to clean up for par. Hole 14 is a par 4 dogleg to the right, then it's got a little stream of water running through the middle of it. I can't quite reach that with driver, so I've just hit that as hard as I can. And the slice is taking me around the corner a little bit. This is a tricky shot just because of the undulation on the fairway, and I do end up slicing this one a little bit. And it does take a bounce to the right. This is a tricky shot with a 60 degree then. I actually catch this better than I thought I was gonna. It's a little thin, so it's rolled quite a lot, but realistically that could have gone anywhere. A long putt for par then. And I'm thrilled with that putt, leaving me an easy tap in for bogey. The 15th is a par 4 back up the hill we've just come down. I don't catch this too bad. Managed to put it just at the bottom of the hill, sort of where the hole turns left. Giving me a look at the green. Unfortunately, I catch this 5-iron quite thin, which means I've just ended up laying up before the green. Chip onto the green then. I don't know what happens here, I just don't catch it very well. It does run onto the green, and then it runs off the green. And just when I thought it grabbed on the side of the hill, I've turned away, you can see that it's trickled down into the bunker. And unfortunately I've thinned that straight into the lip of the bunker. Not something I usually do, to be honest. I was a little bit disappointed with that. I think I let that get in my head a little bit, and I don't splash this very well at all. And this is now turning into a bit of a comedy show. Trying to keep my cool. Third shot out of this bunker then. And this one I do splash out relatively well. Giving me a putt for a 7 on a par 4. This is right at the hole. It needed the tiniest bit more power, and that would have dropped for a 7. Unfortunately, I've got to take a quadruple bogey on the 15th. The back 9 just not going as planned. The 16th then is another par 5. This time I do have room to hit driver on this hole, so I've just hit it as far as I can down to the corner.
Ooh, come on.
Catch the first cut of rough. And again, I'm just looking to play this along the sort of corridor of the fairway. Fortunately, I topped this one. For me, that's the difference between hitting the rough and hitting the fairway. It means I'm tricky shot there for me. And this leaves me a very tough shot towards the green. And I cut the trees on the corner here quite well with the 4-iron, leaving me a chip towards the green. Ordinarily I would be showing a little bit more emotion than that after this shot, but I didn't want to look too excited in front of the two guys working on the green. Clean up for a par, and even though you can't tell, I am absolutely thrilled with that. Hole 17 then is another par 4 dogleg left. I'm just hitting driver up to the corner to give me a look at the green. This one drifts slightly right, but I still got a look at the green. I'm blaming this on the weather now. Getting hot and bothered at this point, and somehow I pulled this shot very left. Can't quite figure out how that happened. Chip towards the green then, I've got to carry the bunker. As soon as I hit this I thought I was back in the bunker, and this must have carried the bunker lip by about 3 inch.
That carried the bunker lip by about that much.
So a little break of luck there, leaving me a putt for par, which should give a good roll, and I'm able to tap in for a bogey. Eighteenth hole then is a short par 4 back towards the clubhouse again. I ballooned this left, and luckily the slice brought this back into play for me. I thought it was a long way lost. Leaving me a sand wedge chip into the green. I catch this a little bit chunky and probably lose 10 yards of distance here, but it does catch the front edge of the green. Leaving me a long putt on a very undulating green towards the last pin. And a little bit more power, that would have trickled down towards the pin for an easy tap in, but unfortunately it leaves me another difficult putt for par, which I just miss. But gives me a somewhat easy bogey putt. And to be honest, I'm thrilled with the round. The back 9 was nowhere near as good as the front 9, and actually I thought the score would be higher than that when I'd finished the round. It felt like it had been more testing the back nine than the score suggested, particularly with the quadruple bogey. But nevertheless, absolutely thrilled with an 88. I think that might be the first time I've broken 90 on the channel. I have done it a few times now, but that's definitely the first time I've broken 90 at this course. And throwing a birdie in there for good measure as well. So thanks very much for watching, golfers. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like this type of content, please do subscribe to the channel and don't forget to like the video. We also have some 4-hole matchups with me and a couple of other friends that like to play golf too. So if you like that kind of thing, be sure to give them a watch too. I'll link them down below and in the cards. And I'll see you in the next video.